we have seen? What is first we have seen? Passing arguments to your functions. Second, passing arrays to your functions. And third one is this, right? Passing parameter to your functions. Okay, so parameter is nothing but inside the functions we are going to define two variables. With that variables you are going to specify some values. Okay, that is parameter mentioned here. Okay, so for this passing parameter to your functions, okay, so it is of two types. One is pass by value or pass by reference, okay, or call by value or call by reference. In exam, okay, they can ask you whether it is whether they will give you the question like pass by value or call by value. Okay, here same as pass by reference and call by reference, right? So this is nothing but we'll start from this part to this part. Okay, here int a equal to 10, b equal to 20. I told you this is the parameters. Okay, this parameter here we can call it as actual parameters. So totally you have two parameters. One is the value which we are going to give, that we can call it as actual parameter, right? And here we are going to pass this value to another variable. This one we can call it as formal parameters, right? You have two values, two parameters. One is actual, another one is formal. Okay, so actual is whatever the values which we are going to give as default value, that will be your actual parameter. And this value to be passed to another variable, we can call it as formal parameter, right? So actual parameter is here a equal to 10, b equal to 20. This a and here your actual parameter. Here formal is x and y, right? Okay, so now you know what is actual parameter, what is formal parameter, right? Now comes to this point. So what is this call by value? Okay, so here I am going to pass or pass by value. I am going to pass this value to a formal parameter of this variable or parameters. Okay, so a equal to 10, b equal to 20. This is passed by using the function a comma b, right? So this is passed, this actual parameter is passed to this main function. Okay, so what will happen is here I am not going to define any value for this x and y, but by using this call by value I can pass this parameter value to this x and y. So now your x is a, your y is b. Are you able to understand, right? So I am going to pass this value, so that means your x is a, right? So what is the value of a? 10. So this a value 10 which is passed to the another variable of x as 10, right? And same as b is 20 and this value which is passed to another parameter value of y, so this is 20, correct? Okay, now this becomes your formal parameter, correct? Okay, and I am going to give the condition as x equal to y. Okay, if this x equal to y, whatever the value which is specified in y, this is equal to x, correct? So what is the value of y? 20, right? So this 20 which is equal to x also. So your x value is also 20, correct? And what will be your outputs? What will be your output? Actually, after this, okay, after defining this function, okay, so this will be your output. Your output should be 20, correct? Okay, so our output should be a comma b is a values. A value. A value is changed here, right? 20. See, listen here. X equal to a, y equal to b. Correct? Now, a value is, see, this is 10 and this is 20. I am giving the condition as x equal to y here, right? So x equal to y means, so as I said, if x equal to y means what is the value of y, that should be same as x here. Okay, not x equal to y. If x equal to y means what is the value of y, that should be equal to x, right? So here your value of x is 20 and your value of y is 20. Correct? I am passing this value from A to B and from this to this. Correct? And now the print of A comma B. What is the value of A comma B now? Yes? 20? 20 comma 20. Correct? But this is not the value. This is not the output. Correct? What is the condition for this is variable and data types that are present inside the main function that are passed to the formal parameter. I told you this is your actual parameter. This actual parameter value which is passed to the formal parameter of x and y. First condition. Second condition is, but even though if it is passed to the formal parameter, okay, by call by value or pass by value, these changes made in the formal does not affect the actual parameter. What is the statement here? What is the statement here? Even though you are passing this function from this actual parameter to formal parameter, okay, but whatever the things which is passed from here to here, this formal parameter won't affect the actual parameter. That means whatever the condition you are giving here, okay, that won't affect the actual parameter. So whatever the actual parameter which is initialized earlier, that will be your output. So your output is 10, 20. Are you able to understand now? Right. Anyhow, we are passing this value to this. Right. But when we are passing this value to this, also this won't affect the actual parameter. Okay, finally you are going to print the function of a comma b. Whatever the value which is given in this a, b, that will be printed out. Okay, but this is passed by value. Say for an example, this is passed by reference means vice versa, it's reverse. Whatever the value which is passed from actual parameter to formal parameter, this will affect the actual parameter. So what will be your output? What will be your output? 20, 20. That is for call by reference. So call by value is nothing but whatever the condition you are going to give here, this won't affect the original parameter, that is your actual parameter. So whatever the changes you can give, okay, it will go to this main function, it will do something, okay, but finally what it will print? It will print only the actual parameter. That is pass by value, right? So call by value is nothing but this will go to this formal and this formal will be printed as an output. Correct? Fine. This is call by reference. But call by reference is a bit different when compared to this call by value. What is the differences? We are passing pointer to a function. Here we are passing parameters, that is value, variable. Okay, so we are passing the values to a function. Here we are passing pointer to a function. So pointer to a function means nothing, only one change is there. What are the changes you can expect in there? In printf and a and b when it is a pointer. When it comes to this point, how will you represent integer x star? Correct? So that is what the only difference. And also function. Function, it is and a and b. Okay. So this is what the only changes for call by reference. So call by value is, what is call by value? Call by value, even though your actual parameter is passed to the formal parameter, it won't affect the actual parameter. So whatever the value which is given in this actual parameter, that will be getting as an output. But in case of call by reference, these values will be passed to the formal parameters and the formal parameters gets affected. Sorry, the formal parameter will affect the actual parameter. So whatever the actual formal parameter is there, that value will give your actual parameter. Okay. And second point is, here we are using pointer to a function. Okay. So here if you are using pointer to a function, you have to use which symbol? And symbol and also integer star symbol. Are you able to understand? So pointer which is used to define the location of the variable. Correct? So in exam, if they ask you pass by value or call by value, just write this example, okay, and write this statement. Same as if they ask for call by reference, just write this example. Okay, the example is the same example. Instead that you have to add and symbol here, star symbol. Write this example and write the statement like this. Okay, so the statement here is inside the function. In pass by value, pass by reference, the changes made in the formal affect the actual parameter. Okay, so the output is 10, 20, sorry, 20, 20 for call by reference. Okay, with that one example, just give one example here, give one example. Okay, in exam, if they give the question, you write it, or else if they ask you to explain like this now, just give it this code, an example, and write the statement. Okay, able to understand here? Fine? And one more thing, they can ask you the question indirectly, like passing pointer to a function means you have to write pass by reference. And the question, if they ask you to write passing pointer to a function means pass by reference. If they ask passing parameter to a value to a function, write this call by value. Passing value to a function means call by value. Passing pointer to a function means call by reference. Right? Okay. So this is your passing parameter to a function. Call by reference, call by value.